So in this segment, we're going to actually talk about another subject that comes across our desk a lot, and that's how to properly download the offline software option from our website. Okay, and so I'm going to show you the whole process of how to go about it. But before I do, let's talk about a couple things. First of all, when you get that option, it will come with all the instructions along with your machine, or if you buy it separately, it's going to come in the mail with your dongle and stuff like that. But you are going to have a small USB dongle that has to be in the machine you're running it from. Okay, so that means if it's in a laptop, you're going to need a dongle for that. If you decide to put it in your PC, you can take the dongle out and run it in your PC. So you can have the software downloaded into multiple machines and just move the dongle around. Or if you buy multiple seats, you'll get it at a lesser price. Okay, we have an offline programming system from every ProtoTRAK we've made back into the 1990s. Okay, but what I'm going to show you is basically how to do the RX, which is our newest product. And I do want to point out a couple other things which I'll show you when we get it up and running, such as when you buy one seat of offline, you can run both the milling machines or the lathes from it. So that's pretty handy too. So what do you say we get started? I'm going to show you the whole process here in my laptop. Okay, so now you guys are looking at my computer screen, and I'm going to go through the entire process for you. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to the internet. And if you've never done this before, you're going to type in our website. So just very simply put in TRAK, T-R-A-K, MT for machine tools.com. It's going to show up in there right away, and that's going to take you to the website. Now in the website, you're going to look for resources and support and click on that. Whoops, just once. And the next thing you're going to look for is software. So click on the software, and that's going to bring you into the different types of software for our machines, our offline, and so on and so forth. When you look through here, you're going to see ProtoTRAK offline software. So we're going to open that next. And now what you're going to notice is there's offline software for many of our different control products. So here's the EX product, the KMX product, the LPM product, the older PT4s, there's the RX, here's the older SX, TMX, and you'll also notice down here that there's miscellaneous software. Some of the older offlines will require you to download miscellaneous software. However, what I'm going to show you today is the RX. And the RX, it's all included. So you'll notice here that it tells you the applications for what machines will work with the RX. So make sure that you have the right one. And then simply click here where it says full instructions. Now you'll notice in the full instructions that it actually writes out and shows you pictures of everything you have to do to follow along through the installation process. For the most part, it's going to do it for you and just ask a few questions like most software does. But at least you have an idea what's coming up. So I'm going to go back here to the top, and I'm simply going to click on the download button, and you're going to notice that it starts a download process right here in the lower left corner. Okay, so now as you can see right here, it's downloaded in a zip file. And if you click on this right here, it'll take you directly to your download files. However, to keep this clearer for the video, I'm going to first minimize and get rid of the website picture. I'm going to actually click on my folders, go to my downloads, and you'll notice in here you have your RXOL. Now this is a zip file, so you have to right click and extract all the information first. It's going to ask you where to extract it to. I'm just going to simply leave that where it is and push extract. Now that that's done, I'm going to come back here and right or left click twice. And in here, depending on what your software is set up for protection, there's a good chance that you're going to have to push this button that says more info and say that you trust this source, so run anyway. Now it's going to ask me if it's okay. I'm going to say yes. It's going to ask me about where to actually store this on your hard drive. I usually leave that where it is. Just push next one more time, and then push install. This page here is for the other drivers and other software that you need in order for this to run on your machine. If this is the first time you're installing it, then I would suggest that you click on every one of these to make sure you have it all. If you are simply upgrading your offline program because we've made a new version, you can skip this part and just push finish. Once it's completed, you can simply close the window for the downloads. And you'll notice now that an icon has appeared on your desktop for the RX Offline. Simply double click. It does take a few minutes for it to load up, especially the first time. Keep in mind that this is a very big program and it's running as if it's a complete machine. So the software is exactly as your machine out on the shop floor. Therefore, there is a boot up process in order for it to run and work correctly. You will also notice here which version of software you're running. This is the latest right now. But if somewhere in the future we make a new version and you want to upgrade, do everything that I showed you in this whole video and you'll see at the end that this number will change. Here I am at the main screen. So just like on the machine, I have to push check system. I have to hold my reset button. And then you'll notice I can go to DRO mode, do all the same functions I normally have. I can come in here, start my program, and so on and so forth. This part of the process is exactly the same as the machine, but in this case, it's all going to be on your computer. All right, so hopefully I made that pretty simple for you and you can understand the whole process of picking out the proper software, downloading it, creating the icon onto your desktop, being able to open up the offline software and then run it to make your programs. There's also, of course, some other extra benefits involved in this. Like I said earlier, one seat of this software can run both your mills and your lathes. You also can have one seat of this and have all of your converters in it, which means you can convert your DXF files, your Parasolid files, make any other programs, and then from there you can transfer those files onto any machine in your shop. So you get a lot of versatility with only one of them, okay? There's also a free version of this, so if you download it off the website just to try it out, you can program and do everything else. Of course, without the dongle I talked about earlier, you're not going to be able to save those programs and you won't get a full functioning version, right? So you won't have advanced features or any of the converters and stuff like that.